Good afternoon and welcome to a very special edition of the Church Office. We are here with our all-star kindergarten teacher, Jackie Brooks.
Hi, guys.
Before we introduce Jackie and PJ's going to run the show, PJ, I have breaking news. You will see that PJ and I are drinking from our new coffee mugs with the logo on it, the Church Office. And where did we get these? From our first sponsor, White Furniture. That's right. Thank you to Mr. Scott Jordan, his lovely wife Sharon, and the excellent staff at White Furniture, conveniently located in downtown Wyandotte. And I've got music for them as well. That's right. This is what we call the live read. Josh was giving us a hard time, but I think we're going places. Tell me this doesn't make you want to buy a recliner.
I'm ready right now.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
You want to go to White Furniture right now. Are you in the mood for a sectional? Maybe there's romance in the air and you need a love seat. Head on down to White Furniture. Say hi to the fine folks there and Scott Jordan, the owner, or Nick, the great owner, to show you around. Give you a cup of coffee. I tell you what, Scott does everything well. Now, in all seriousness, he does. Full disclosure, I've known Scott for over 40 years. We went to high school together. His wife Sharon and I went to college together, but Scott does everything top notch, including sell furniture. Seriously, you want some furniture? Go down and see our folks down at White Furniture.
Yeah.
There you go.
Big time.
Huh? We're on the board, PJ.
Yeah.
That's one.
Especially considering that the chairs that you and I are sitting in right now are kindergarten chairs.
Yeah.
We could really use actually a real piece of furniture right now.
So this one says, right, Jackie, turn yours around. What is that? That's
An
blank.
opportunity for you
That's the
to be
face of opportunity.
sponsored on the Church Office.
Looking for sponsors. Could be you. All right. That's all I got. I'm going to turn it over to PJ, who's going to run today's
right.
show. We're in the kindergarten room. Talk to us.
We are
Tell
in
where
the
we're at,
kindergarten classroom. You can see, look at the set behind us today. So the theme for the year for kindergarten is,
Outer space.
yeah. The word that came to my mind when you first told me this was cosmetology. But that's not, it's cosmology. Cosmetology is makeup.
They could do your makeup, though, if you want. Any takers?
Yeah. All I know is as soon as Jackie told me about this theme, that outer space, that says the sky's the limit, I thought it was out of this world.
Oh, thanks. I even turned on my
That's fine.
constellations for you.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So because we're in kindergarten today, what I want to do is I'd like to kind of go around and have the three of us share a memory from kindergarten to start off with. So I'll go first, and then either one of you can go next. Whoever's got the good one ready. I actually no prep on that. So
Right, yes.
you got to think quickly.
Exactly.
Yes. For me, I actually sort of two separate incidences. First of all, for me, my own personal kindergarten experience was not in this very room, because this was not being used for kindergarten at that time, but it was in this building with Mrs. Herman, was my kindergarten teacher. And in fact, you were in that same room your first year.
I was.
Yeah. And so, can you find a more beloved person in our community than Mrs. Herman? I feel like it goes with the territory of being
Big
a kindergarten
shoes to
teacher,
fill.
right?
Legend.
Yeah.
Yes, legend. Right? We are so fortunate that we have a legend in the making following a legend, Mrs. Herman.
Thank you.
My wife Denise was the kindergarten aide for years, right? When our kids were kind of elementary school age. So I'm well aware of what it takes to at least be in the kindergarten room. I have no idea what it takes to teach kindergarten, but no. So anyway.
What I remember is seeing this big lunch tray filled with little milk cartons and crackers coming into the room, and that was snack time. Right? Because I wasn't there all day. I think it was just half day. I can't remember if it was all day. But there was snack in the room, and somebody would go down to the kitchen and get this stuff prepped and cart it back down on this big tray, and that was like, those animal crackers and milk out of that cardboard carton was
Snack time.
Yeah.
All right. Jackie, do you have one?
Well, is it for me as a teacher or me as a student?
I don't know. While you're thinking, though,
Okay.
I'm going to admit I do not remember kindergarten.
Not a single kindergarten memory?
We lived in Iowa, and so this would have been 1972. And I'm trying to think, the thing I remember living in the small town of Iowa, I remember my time in South Dakota. We moved to South Dakota.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I was in 2nd grade though. So I don't know if I mentally just blocked out those years,
Yeah.
but what I do, I remember the house we lived in. I remember that section of Iowa was very hilly. I remember learning how to ride my bike because I knew that if I was able to ride my bike, I could ride my bike to school. That had to be my
Okay.
kindergarten.
Okay.
Because where else would I be going at 6 years old, right?
never know.
To the next cornfield over, or to kindergarten. That's it.
Remember learning how to ride my bike, and that was my kindergarten memory in 1972. I think is when I would have been going there. So yeah, that was me.
Well, I remember that kindergarten is the only time I ever got my name on the board in my whole school career.
Oh.
And that's a bad thing.
It's a bad thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I was
You don't really do
rule
that so much now.
follower.
I mean, you don't put kids'
No,
names on the board.
No, but the teacher was out of the room. I decided to get up and look at the Bible
Oh.
in the back at all of the maps. And I got out of my seat and my name was on the board and I had to miss some of recess. And I'm still not over it at the age of 35.
Apparently not. Did they have a rule that like only the pastors could look at the Bible and teach you? It's very Middle Ages, you know.
Listen, I don't know, but all I know is I got in trouble for reading the Bible.
Were you still Jackie back then, or were you Jacqueline? Was it like your full name?
It was Jackie.
Always
I don't remember my parents' response to it, but I remember the school response to it.
Yes, I do remember when my kids were in kindergarten, they had red light, green light, and yellow light. Was that it? And that was always a big discussion.
Yes.
It was like, how'd you do today? You know,
color
did you
stay on
end
green
on?
light, or did you make it to red light? I'm not exactly sure what happened if you went to red light. Yes, I'm sure you have your system now.
I do.
JB.
I
What
have-
is it?
I have a heart system because I want them to know that no matter what happens, I still love them and that God always loves them. But they can move their heart up to purple, which means I caught them doing something really awesome. They stay on green to start their day.
Okay.
Everybody starts fresh each day. Yellow is a warning. Red means I'm going to have to talk to your mom and dad that day.
Oh, all right.
So,
I come from the school where my dad, as our confirmation teacher, would draw a circle on the chalkboard, and you would put your nose in the
Yeah,
circle.
old school.
And you were told not to do until you're
Yeah.
told that you didn't have to do that.
yeah.
Yeah, so that was.
It's a little different. Things are a little different these days.
There's no circle in this room, I noticed.
No, there's not.
Okay, so that's great. So now I just kind of want to walk you through there's some stuff as I kind of walked around the room and I've seen some of this stuff. I borrowed a kid's crayon box, and this is Finn, who is a member kid. Finn, I hope it's okay I borrowed your crayon box, but I just want you to open this, and have you seen the technology that has gone into crayons lately?
Wait.
If you don't know about this, you're gonna
Come on.
be This is and every single kid.
We
this
do
is
have
what they
special crayons in kindergarten.
Yeah.
The technology that
In a
existed
crayon.
when I was in school is that you had your 64 crayons, right,
Mhm.
in your Crayola box with the lid that flipped up.
Mhm.
And if you were lucky, what did you have on the side?
A
The
crayon
sharpener?
The sharpener.
On the side of the box.
Oh,
They still-
yeah.
they
On
still
the
make
side
that.
of the box, you'd have a crayon sharpener.
Yeah.
And if you had 64 crayons, well, you had 8 shades of your 8 colors. So you had 8 shades of blue, 8 shades of orange.
Just large enough
And
for a
that's how that
kindergarten to
worked.
put their pinky into.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
We don't allow any kind of handheld sharpeners in the kindergarten room across the board, but your mind's about to be blown.
Yeah,
All
check,
right.
open these out. Check this
Wow,
out. Check out what
so-
crayons are these days.
All right, let me.
And I have to
so-
say that I was introduced to these by Mrs. Herman, so
So this is. What is this? This is.
Yeah, that's the crayon.
twistable
wait.
crayons.
No.
It's a plastic
Give me some
tube.
paper, Peter.
Yeah,
You got some
paper.
paper.
Yep, here's some paper.
Hold on a second. No, those are your notes. I can't do this. All right. Once again, we've got people standing up and walking around, just like Tom. Which, by the way, I want to thank Tom Hamill
That was
for
great.
helping us out last
Yeah,
week.
great episode.
It might not be a coincidence that was our longest show yet. It was
Yeah.
almost a half hour.
Yeah.
And I've got numerous compliments about Tom and his being there. Probably not a coincidence that shortly after Tom was on the show, boom, first
Sponsor.
sponsor. Probably not a coincidence. Hey, Gordon Foods. Right there. Just throw it out there. All right. So what this is going to be a shade of orange. Does it have the cool names on it?
You know what I looked? I don't
It's
think
probably
that
peach.
It's like burnt sienna. All right. Azul, blue. Oh, dude, this is legit.
Can you believe that? It doesn't.
No, it's like.
I mean, it's like holding a pen, but it's a
because
crayon
remember,
inside.
yeah, it's a pen.
Yeah.
Because when you're coloring as a kid, what happened when you got down here? Then what you have to do? Figure out a way to peel out the
Right.
paper.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right?
you're coloring with a little nub.
Exactly.
Yeah, none of that. It's proper technique every time you pick up a crayon these
Wow.
days.
Well,
Finn, I just want to say I'm not going to use all your stuff, but yes, this is good stuff right here. Wow, this is nice.
one thing we do have to work on though
What is
is
that?
they really love to twist
Twist the
them
holes.
all the way up.
Oh, yeah.
And that causes problems. So the first rule in kindergarten, don't twist your crayon more than you need.
Mrs. Brooks, does everybody have these?
Yes.
Oh, they
it's
do.
On our school supply list.
Wow. This is top notch right here.
So they do,
Right.
let me show you this too. So they do also have standard crayons. And this is, if you notice on the tables, it's the, here, we just show them that so we can, this is their caddy at every table. So this is sort of communal.
Yeah, this is what I remember right here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So this one, so this is your black one, and you have this, and then it goes down, and then you gotta tear that off
Yep.
from there.
Or you immediately snap it in half and
Or if you leave it in a hot car, it melts and it's 64.
Yes.
so many problems
Yes.
with one box of crayons.
I guess these probably don't melt either, do they? This may be impervious to heat.
You know what?
Probably.
Future kindergarten science experiment.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We'll make popcorn, right? And see what
Melt some
happens.
crayons.
Melt some crayons. I love it.
So I did pick out a couple of
Okay.
odd crayons
Right.
to
What
see
do you
if you
got?
knew what the color was.
Sure.
So I'll admit to you that these four that I'm going to test you on are odd. But what do you think this color is?
Without looking. So I'm gonna try not
Yeah,
to look.
well, you can see. I can. You can't see it from there, so you can see the color here. But
Oh, you want me to guess
yeah,
the name
guess
of it?
guess the name of this color. What do you think
Oh,
this is?
that is let's see, what is that? That's gonna be peach.
Close. This
Is
is.
it, can I guess?
Yeah, please.
Is it apricot?
This is apricot. Yeah, that's good.
I'm going against the master here. Wait,
Okay.
hey,
Here we go.
we gotta handicap that like this in golf. Because obviously Jackie guessing colors, she's like,
I'm going to say
she's like a scratch
she's giving
player.
3. She's giving 3 out of 4 right here.
all right,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
so exactly. So I need a handicap. So I need 2 guesses because I need.
Okay, that's good. 2 guesses.
I need
All
3
right.
sides.
So I mean, this. I mean, for the.
Scratch, right. So
this,
yeah, so that is going to be
right. I mean,
sky blue.
okay. What do you think?
I don't know. Not turquoise. I don't know. We
No.
don't talk about the names that much.
It's not sky blue.
Is
not
it,
turquoise.
Is it a foreign name for blue?
It's a name for blue.
It is a name for
I don't
blue.
know the etymology of the word.
Could it be Melissa Manchester, Midnight Blue?
It's not
Also the
midnight.
#1 song of 1972 when I was going to kindergarten.
Oh, I wasn't even born yet.
This is cerulean.
Cerulean.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
the language of origin.
We're still learning to read in kindergarten.
Yeah,
so
that'd be a tough one.
I was gonna say.
We're still learning.
This one stumps me a little. What do you think here? I mean, seems just pretty normal to me.
Yeah.
But
So you're saying it's not orange?
it's not. It's not. I'll tell you this. It's not simply orange. It has a modifier.
Ooh, is that Texas orange?
Oh, that's this. It looks
Right,
close to
is
that.
that burnt orange?
Oh, it's not burnt orange, but I think burnt orange is a better name.
But is it macaroni and cheese orange?
No,
Because
it's
Traylon
not.
does have that color.
It's
They
yellow.
do?
This is yellow orange. You know, and that's to contrast it with this one, which is. What do you think here?
Oh, man, that looks like
Red orange.
That looks like Tennessee orange.
Yeah, it is a little
That's
more
like,
red.
looks
And in
like
fact,
it's like volunteer orange.
this is scarlet, which I would think is a little darker
I
red,
don't know.
right?
I don't
But
know if I can go
I mean-
by that.
I mean, if you want to, go up against Crayola, that's fine. But
I don't.
right, you love Crayola. I mean,
They could maybe be your next sponsor.
Oh, not after this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're dissing all their names.
So then the last thing I thought that we should just talk about in here, Jackie, is if for you to give an opportunity to talk about kindergarten as a ministry. I mean, what's the heart of kindergarten? That's what I'm asking.
Well, I think that the heart of kindergarten, especially at CTK, which it's such a blessing to be here because every single day I get to share the love of Jesus with the kindergarten students. And there's nothing better than that. Kindergarten is that, I feel like it's that starting point. They're done with preschool, they're starting into the regular elementary school, and this is the year where they get to start to learn to read, they get to write, they get to do all of those things, and I get to do it alongside them, and I love that. And one of the things that I really love to do is to connect families into our church and school, and to really make sure that they know that they have a place here, and that they are loved here, and they're just a part of our community. And so that is one thing I really strive to do in kindergarten.
Yeah, I mean, because, it's just, you walk in here and the kids, they have so much fun. They love being here and they learn a lot of stuff. But yeah, I mean, to really, at that age to be able to teach them over the course of the year, because it's part of that is saying it to them that Jesus loves you, but part of it is just spending a whole year with them and showing them what it means that they are, loved by our Heavenly Father. It's awesome to get to watch you do it, and
Thank you.
so.
And they grow so much during that year. I remember
They do.
Mrs. Herman told me when Denise was helping her out years and years ago, she said, Jay, it's just incredible how these kids go in 9 months. Because they come in 9 months and they don't know a whole lot. They're still coming out of preschool. They might not know where to put their backpack, where they sit, what to do with the cram box. But then in 9 months, Mrs. Herman did this, and Jackie, you're a legend at this as well. You get these kids to where, frankly, they're ready for first grade.
Mhm.
They're ready for first grade, and it's no easy task.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
trust me. We've seen kindergartners run around enough to know that that's a challenge.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much they grow in 1 year, and it's really, really neat to see.
It is, and I love my new group, but it's always the beginning of the year. I see my first graders
Right.
walking with Katie
Yeah.
Holzer, our amazing first grade teacher, and I'm like, oh, remember when?
Right.
All the work you put
Remember
in.
when
All the work
they
you
knew
put
my
in.
routine?
Right. It's
But
like-
we'll get there, and they're
Yeah.
already falling into line. We're shaping up for a great year here.
It's
But
almost like Jackie's she's like one of those people that flips houses.
yeah,
She puts all this work
Yeah.
for 9 months, and then at the end of the 9 months, it's like, okay, somebody else does it.
Yep.
And then 3 months of summer, and boom, back
starting
to
fresh,
school.
back to
Right.
square one.
Oh man, Jamie,
Oh.
that's why you are amazing. You really are.
Thank you.
And
thank
that's the
you.
code name, QB1, our starting quarterback. Is it,
Whatever that means.
I was going to ask. Is it sinking in yet? Do we need to revisit that?
Queen Bee, is that what you're saying?
Okay,
Just
there we
kidding.
go.
Couldn't-
Just
Oh,
kidding.
I could not
know.
find quarterback
Quarterback?
in Hebrew, believe it or not. Seems
Really?
that it's a mostly
Shoot.
American term. I don't know.
There's no way. Well, whatever Joshua was, right? Joshua
Yeah.
was 30-1. That's a pretty good record.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true.
31.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I never thought about that. QB1 could also mean Queen B1.
Just
Sure,
kidding.
we
I
could
would
go
not-
either way with that. We could go.
We can
that.
go with quarterback.
Speaking of young families coming into the church, or just any families, I just want to take this opportunity to invite you to the Why We Believe class.
Yeah.
It starts a week from tonight. Can't believe I'm saying that. It's
Right.
Labor Day
Fall, it's
weekend.
fall.
It starts on September 3rd, Tuesday nights here at the Trenton Road campus. We're in the West Gallery. It's kind of the first step to joining Christ the King as a member. It's it's not so much a class about what it means to be Lutheran. Right? It's not like, okay, this is what Lutherans believe. If you believe that with us, join our Lutheran church. The approach is more, this is what it means to be Christian. This is where Christianity is founded. This is why we believe what we believe relative to Jesus' resurrection, his divinity, the Word of God. And so Tuesday nights for 6 weeks in the West Gallery here at Trenton Road location. And if you can't make every class, we do record them. And so they're recorded. You can kind of go to our website. You can check it out if you need to catch up. And I've got great news. We will have childcare, and it is not your house, Jackie.
Woo!
It is not.
Perfect.
So we will have childcare in
Fantastic.
one of our preschool rooms available if you got young kids. Because I know that 7 to 8 time.
It's tough, yeah.
It can't be
It's the witching hour.
It can't be the most convenient time in the world if you got little ones.
Yeah.
And so we try to do the best we can.
But we've got people that do that every year, and so that's why we do the child care, is to make it workable. And, it's just to get to know the people that you're going to be kind of joining in with is really nice too. It's just, it's nice, but by the end of that class, everybody in the room kind of knows each other.
Yeah.
At least a little bit as a group. And it's nice.
Some fun with that. So that's one invite. I think that's pretty much all that I had relative to stuff that is coming. Oh, Rally Day.
Rally Day. That's
You
the other one I
talk
wrote
about
down.
Rally Day. Go.
Yeah, so Rally Day. So this is a week, not this weekend, but next weekend.
September.
Rally Day. So this is Labor Day weekend is this weekend. So we've got ice cream social this week in 2 days.
Yeah.
And then right after that, Rally Day. So the kids are going to be singing. Sunday school is having the big kickoff for their Sunday school year. And that's going to be lots of outdoor events. They're going to take over the playground space and have all sorts of awesome stuff for the kids to do. We've got confirmation kickoff on that day. We've got commissioning the Sunday school teachers for the
Right,
year.
we do.
And the church picnic after service.
And church picnic and 2 baptisms at the 11 o'clock.
And two baptisms. I mean, this is a big
fun
day.
day.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
big
a
day.
full day. And when we're done with that, leading into the NFL kickoff Sunday, QB1. That's
Ooh, I also did
NFL.
that. She didn't know that
Kicks
for
off.
sure, and I also did that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Lions played the Sunday night game, which is kind of a big
Play-
deal. Sunday night.
That's good that they're not playing at
mistaken.
1 o'clock.
Yeah, that is very good. Did you know I heard that the Sports Illustrated actually picked them to win the Super Bowl?
I did not know that.
That's what my buddy Lee told me yesterday. He said, Jay, I feel like I'm living in an alternate universe.
Yeah.
Like there's a different timeline
Yeah.
at work here.
Yeah.
He can barely contain himself. So we got that, and I think that's right. And we want to say happy anniversary to you guys. You guys just celebrate. You celebrated anniversary. Was
Two
it
of us?
recently?
May
Oh,
18th.
that was it. What was it? Birthday? What you had?
Jackie's birthday was just a few weeks ago.
Okay, I knew there was
Yeah,
some
yeah.
big event coming up.
Yeah.
So all right, the May anniversary.
May,
My bad.
yes.
My bad.
Yeah.
All right, very good then. Anything else that we need to announce?
No, that's it. I mean, Rally Day, new member class, those are definitely the big ones.
And just in case people don't know, when is the ice cream social?
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday after
Thursday after church. I'll be there for sure. As soon as I heard there was ice cream, I said, I'll be there for sure.
Mrs. Brooks, is this where you sit for most of the day? Because it looks like this is kind of set up in such a way that, you know, was this kind of how you rule your kingdom from this place?
Jay, if you think that I'm sitting most of the day, then you have not spent enough time in kindergarten. This is where I end up after the children leave, but
Oh, okay.
no, I'm
All right.
roaming. I roam the kingdom.
Very good. And finally, one last question. When we come in and read to the kindergartners, I think I'm going to go one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. I think I'm going to go with that one. PJ, do you have a favorite?
It can't be in Hebrew.
I was not going to read it in Hebrew, but I was thinking Deuteronomy 6.
Okay, let's see how that goes.
Shema. Of course. There you go. The great
It's my
Shema.
code name. Shema.
Mrs. Brooks, how about you? What would you have PJ read? What do you think you do a good job of reading to the kids?
I can just make up a story if you want. I don't even have to read one.
Yeah, I don't know. What's your favorite to read to the boys?
Well, I don't know. We're listening to Harry Potter right now as a family. That's a little long, probably for.
Might be a little rough for kindergarten.
So I don't know. I guess I'll have to just pick one off the
We
shelf.
left Pete the cat in kindergarten.
Oh, that's right, Pete the cat. Yeah, maybe I'll do Pete the cat.
All right. Well, until next time, thanks for joining us on the church office.